Mr. Basketball candidate Zach Randolph and the number 2 Marion Giants are the only thing keeping number 1 Bloomington North and its Mr. Basketball candidate 5-0 Cougars won the last single-class title in 1997. Coach Tom McKinney's squad was taken to the wire in the Indianapolis semi-state when Jeffersonville's last second shot rimmed out at the buzzer. Protecting the honor of the Marion tradition, the 6-time state champs were the last undefeated champion in 1985. Coach Mo Smedley's 27-1 Giants defeated Warsaw 51-39 at Lafayette Jet.
Well, let's take a look at the Marion Giants. Their key players, obviously you start with Zach Randolph.
Everybody's talking about Zach Randolph headed for Michigan State next year. He'll wear number 50. He's 6'9". He averages 24 points a game. Interesting, he and Jeffries average exactly 24 points apiece. And the other forward that we got to keep an eye on is number 44, Matt Bax. He was injured earlier in the year. He's back 100.
6'6" senior, number 44, Matt Bax. And the center, a 6'9" senior, number 50, Zach Randolph. Head coach of the 27-1 Giants, Mo Smedley.
So keep your interest at home. Come see us at First Farmers Bank and Trust, helping your community grow. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Not to discount the other players who might be contenders for Mr. Basketball, but the consensus around the state is this is the battle for number 1.
No question, that's the two, and it's not likely to be pro Mr. Basketball because, as most people know, Mr. Basketball is strictly by vote.
This is a complete sellout and has been for the last 24 hours. A capacity crowd in the neighborhood of 18,000 on hand for this ball game tonight. And the opening tip controlled by... It was at Muncie Central, 69-54 on the 18th of February. They've won 19 straight games to begin the season, so they know what winning's all about. Here's the foul coming in from the near side. Jared Jeffries will get hit for Bloomington North.
And you don't want to see your big gun get an early foul here.
That's only his 10th three-pointer all season.
Well, he only averages 3 a game. He has his average.
Now backing down inside. Oh, what a beautiful move. And he got the bucket. Did Zach Randolph. Randolph, field goal percentage, most of them from that range. At the end of the 9-8 game, Marion Giants go on top.
Remember earlier today you said in the Westview game they've got athletes, no centers that can play. These guys have 6'9" that can do the same thing.
Zach Randolph bullying.
That's a 6'8" youngster that's hit a three-pointer and another 18-foot jumper.
And it's 11-10 now with the Giants out on top by 1 with 2.5 minutes to go. Zach Randolph pulls up with a left-handed shot and knocks it home. Case Marion was out front by 7 early on. Here's Randolph again, facing the basket. He has the defender out on him right there, Sean May. He will take the shot anyway and score.
I'll tell you what, Sean May is making the 2
Marion, and they're looking at Randolph. If that's on the big guy, that evens things up. That's where it's going. That's 2 on Randolph and 2 on Jeffrey.
Here's a replay. Mike Bridgewater takes it down inside, and Zach just didn't get over in time. Clearly at the dribble.
Marion Giants with Reggie Neville's penetration, pull up 10-footer off the front of the rim, tapped up once, twice, and finally down into the hands of Zach Randolph, who scored for the first time in May as a 6'8" sophomore.
But I tell you what, Randolph is really calling for the ball down there low, and he thinks he can take the sophomore Sean May to school. This time,
it may be the kind of game, but I'm not sure the characters are exactly as anticipated.
No, Zach Randolph is getting his job done. Again, Jared Jeffries is passing the ball, but not scoring.
Zach Randolph coming up with another field goal. He has 9 points in the quarter, 17 on the night. And Bloomington North, Sean May. That'll be 2 on Sean.
Difference in this second half has been Zach Randolph, as you see him here, just posting and posting, wanting the ball down low. That's been the story of the second half right there.
7 rebounds for Zach. He had a 20-rebound game against Homestead on the 5th of February, 19 against Warren Central on the 18th of December. Bob?
Thanks to the folks from Noble Roman.
Taking it to the basket. Sean May had a 10-point second quarter. He was shut out in the third. He single-handedly brought him back, Dave, in that third quarter with a couple of big back-to-back threes that put him in the lead and extended that lead. Randolph again turning around on May, and he got it again. I'll tell you what, Sean May. Backs is going to attend Elon College. He ripped that ball right away from Bloomington North, and now it's a 5-point lead again for the Marion Giants.
And that was away from Jared Jeffries as he ran up the floor. He was aggravated with himself. He said, hang on to the ball.
Off balance shot, rattles out of there. Rebound, Randolph, back up and good. Zach Randolph now with 24. Out of the Marion Giants, benched by Matt Bax. That's personal foul number 2 on Matt.
A common foul and retained to Bloomington North will retain the ball.
It's only the 3rd team foul on Marion in the second half. And if it gets to be a nip and tuck game, both coaches.
Over the night, his 4 points. Jeffries came in averaging just under 24 points and 10.5 rebounds.
The key is that gets Bloomington North back within 3.
50-47, 5:15 to play. Randolph again posted low. Sean May trying to guard him, and he's not had much success here in this half. He turns, fires, scores. Zach Randolph with a 9-point. In fact, he scored all 9 of Marion's points in this quarter.
Chose to skip past that time, but he's very good at posting and then reestablishing in a better position.
Marion Giants with the basketball. They're ranked number 20 in the nation in the USA Today poll. Bounced inside, right out front, 15-footer is short. Randolph had it knocked free. It is saved by Marion's Alan Miller. Off the mark, Randolph rips it out of there and scores again. Zach Randolph.
Remember early on the
belongs to Bloomington North. Randolph, all 11 points in the 4th quarter for the Marion Giants. The Giants ranked 6th in the nation in the USA Today poll.
Here's that replay. Now watch. Randolph just goes up and puts the block on Jared Jeffries' shot.
Back to live action, the inbound pass, the missed shot by Bridgewaters, and a foul called against Marion on the ensuing rebound. To play.
What you had there last time, I think they're going to have to see Bloomington do that. Jeffries was switched over and guarding Randolph. And we're going to see a replay here. Now, see, Jeffries is on him, and actually Sean May is the one that came over and blocked him.
68 and 69 Marion team. Runs in the family. 8 points for Todd, right at his scoring average. Now we're down to a minute 10, and Bloomington North will take the timeout. A full timeout with a minute 12 to play. That sets up the scenario with the Marion Giants 57, Bloomington North Cougars 51. We'll be back in a moment on the Lacie Broadcasting IHSAA television. Foul on Sean May. And we're down to 8.1 seconds.
I think the Giants can start the celebration. In fact, I think they have. If you look across the way there, as you see on your screen. And, you know, it was a great championship.
Shots off the mark. We're down to the final seconds of the game. Bloomington North will bring it across the line. He'll get the shot off the mark, and there's your ball game. And the Marion Giants are the 4A state champions as they defeat Bloomington North 62-56. 62-56 as the celebration begins. And the 2 candidates for Mr. Basketball.
Jared Jeffries, what a class act and a tough situation. As it's been all day, Jared, we've seen the character of these people. The basketball doesn't build it as much as it reveals it. We've seen a lot of it here today.
That's well said. Most Bentley on your screen right there. Here's a guy who said he was going to faint a couple of moments ago. That's how excited he is. Marion Giants pick up the state championship. We'll watch their celebration, and we'll take a break for a moment likewise and come back and pick it up. Marion wins it 62-56. This is the Lacie Broadcasting IHSAA Television Network.
You feel so good for a young man that at some point in his life had struggled a little bit, but he put it back together, came back and had a tremendous senior year, and he seems like a really nice young man.
In fact, let's go on to Bob right now with Zach.
Thank you very much, Jerry. We've had a chance to talk to this young man a few times over the last 2 years, and Zach, I've seen you as happy as you can be, and I've seen you down after losing here in the state final, but this means a great deal to you.
Oh, yeah, it's a great feeling. You know, we came out and played hard, and everybody gave it 110%, and That's what happened.
You were out in foul trouble in the first half. Both big guys had to sit. You came back and you really got it done. 28 points, 9 rebounds, and led your team.
Oh yeah, we came out. Second half we came out hard. We went in with we went in down and we came out. We had to prove something. That's what we did.
You weren't too happy to hear that Michigan State went to the Final Four, right?
Oh yeah, that's even great.
You're part of that team as of right now, so you can take your game to the next level. But you got to feel proud of the way that you've gotten yourself through Marion High School and stay dedicated to being as good as you can be.
Oh yeah, I've been. It feels so good to come from adversity. Get in trouble and everybody look down on you and say bad things about you because you got in trouble, and it feels great, and I want everybody to know that people do make mistakes, and God do have plans for people that make mistakes.
Well, it's great to see that, and that's a great example for a lot of people around the state and around this country. The greatest basketball state in the country, and you got the championship.
Oh yeah, it's a blessing.
All right, Zach, thank you.
Thank you.
Zach Randolph, I'll tell you what, he's a Spartan, isn't he? From now on, he's a Spartan, and what a great
Finished with back-to-back buckets. First with the drive in the lane, then he laces a nice 15-foot jumper off the dribble. But it was too little, too late. Marion goes on to win the Class 4A state championship, 62-56 over Bloomington North. All right, player of the game, Zach Randolph from Marion. Zach, talk a little bit about what it took for you guys to make it to the finals today, and also what it took for you to win this final game.
It's hard work. We had our heart into it. That's what happened. We came out, we gave it 110%, not 100%, 110%. When we came out, we played our best.